What's good, everybody? Let's get into some entitled parents. You don't sound disabled. So a little background first. My church has a finished basement with a huge kitchen and common area, usually used for after church, coffee, donuts, and big community events. Underneath the back stairs, going into the storage space, is a little one-person bathroom, meant for mainly people with disabilities and/or injuries, so they don't have to go all the way back upstairs. On to the story. About 8 months ago, I had screwed up my knee pretty bad by landing very wrong on our trampoline and was on crutches with a metal brace for a while. So during one of our breakfast fundraisers, I was sat at the end of the food tables handing out silverware. This is important because everyone who came through saw and greeted me, including our entitled mother. I decided I had to use the restroom, so I temporarily switched with my godmom and hobbled my tall ass over to the bathroom. Everything was fine for the first 2 minutes of me being in there until someone knocks on the door. Hello, I'll be out in a minute. Shortly, alright. Mind you, I can hear her child whining about having to pee, and I recognize his voice. This is important later. A couple more minutes pass, and I'm just starting to get up when she knocks again. I'm just getting up. One moment, please. Can you hurry up? My son has to pee, and I've been waiting too long. Ma'am, there's bathrooms upstairs, and this one is meant for people with disabilities. I'm not gonna walk up all those stairs to have him use that filthy bathroom. Literally one flight, and they're cleaned daily. At this point, I have my pants on, and I started to wash my hands. The bathroom is small enough for me to stand without crutches. The walls and sink close enough for holding on to if necessary. I sigh, not really wanting to deal with this any longer. Apparently, washing my hands was a no-no because I hear the child whine again, and then comes, "That water is making him have to pee even more. You are torturing my child. Get out here now or I'm getting Father Rick." I turned off the water and went for the paper towels. Ma'am, like I said earlier, when you rudely interrupted me, this bathroom is for the disabled. I know for a fact that you and your child are perfectly mobile. Then why are you in there? You don't sound disabled. What does that even mean? How do you hear a disability? That was the last thing out of her mouth before I opened the door. My crutch is back under my armpits. Well, I sure feel disabled. Her eyes widened. Seeing my brace and crutches, she grabbed her kid and bolted for the stairs. I didn't see her for the rest of the morning, and she still avoids me at mass to this day. It still makes me laugh. It's one flight of stairs. Just walk up instead of waiting. Come on. It's a church. The bathrooms can't be that dirty, right? Entitled parent is mad that I got a lead in a school play. So picture this, it's 8th grade, my last year at the school I've gone to for 10 years, pre-K to 8th grade. It's a modest school, so almost everyone knows each other and the parents. Entitled parent is a total PTA mom. It's one of those people who spends way more time than necessary setting up fundraisers and visiting her kids in class. Not that that's super important to the story, but I felt I should set the scene for you all. Our school has a middle school play every year. This year was Snow White, and I usually don't audition cause stage fright. However, all of my friends were, so I suppose I would tag along. I read a couple parts just for shits and giggles, and lo and behold, the casting list comes out and I'm cast as the evil queen, which is pretty dope, especially considering the role with the second most lines in the play. I work hard for about 2 months practicing, learning my lines and blocking, and even learn to stay in character when in scene with my friends. Hard to do for me. It gets near the performances and we're having our last few rehearsals before dress rehearsal. There are now some parents of kids in the play, including entitled parent watching us and helping set stuff up. While I'm on stage, I hear entitled parent mutter that her daughter should have been the evil queen, and I don't know why she isn't. I don't think much of it. Entitled parent's kid is cast as one of the dwarves and she seems happy with her role, so I don't worry that I'm breaking any hearts. The day performances with the classes of the kids go fine, but then comes the night performance. During one of my few moments where I can look out onto the crowd, now consisting only of families of kids in the play, I see that the entitled parent is sitting right in the front row, staring at me like she was already rearing for my eventual death at the end of the play. I get a little spooked, but everything goes fine. The performance goes off without a hitch until curtain call. I come out for the curtain call and the crowd is applauding, as they have before, and I even hear a few whoops from my excited family in the front row. But my ears determine one other thing, a loud boo. boo! Coming from the front row, on the opposite side of the family where my family is, I look over and see none other than the EP loudly booing me as loud as she possibly can. Every once in a while looking behind her as if imploring the crowd to join her. It feels like a bad Parks and Recs bit. I'm honestly not sure if anyone else caught it, but I just found it entertaining to no end that this woman felt the need to boo a child because of the casting I had no control over. That's just rude, considering her daughter was happy with the role she had. I remember my first play, and that shit sucked. EPS and Entitled Brat steal my cat. Okay, so I live in a small neighborhood in southern England. I originally came down from Scotland. Me and my stepmother were both sitting in the living room. I was playing the Division 2 private beta and she was on her phone. We had gotten some new neighbors about 2 months ago and they were only trouble. They had 5 kids and were known drug dealers, violent drug dealers. A few weeks back there was a stabbing and the 3 people weren't found, so we all decided to keep to ourselves. So I hear a knock at the door and my cat is sat on the steps. I answer the door and see them, so I say hello and stuff. Then the cheeky little brat scuttled past me and grabbed my cat. My cat doesn't like to be grabbed, so I ask her to put my little kitty cat down. He is freaking the hell out, seeing as he's never had to meet this lucky. So he scratches her because she began to swing him around, calling him Snowball because he's white. I pull him away from her and the entitled mom slaps me and starts to scream at me for touching her little golden angel. My stepmom comes in and then asks what's going on. Entitled mom wrenched my cat out of my arms and then runs into her house, locking the door behind her. She then starts to cry and then calls the police. She calls them saying that I raped her child. I ain't, not once. And that I threatened her at gunpoint. Really? So we wait for the police to come and they are armed. I raise my hands and tell them what's going on and then I hear some clippers. Turns out the sick fucks were shaving my cat in the kitchen where I could see. So I bang on the windows telling them to stop and then I tell the officer what's going on. The officer knew my dad before he died and he trusts me, so he gets them to open the door. He takes the cat and puts it in his car and then asks to see any notes of the cat being mine. I pulled out my phone and went to my gallery to show a 7-year-old picture of me, my dad, and Hugo, my cat. The officer gives the cat back to me and tells me and my mom to go indoors. I heard some shouting and stuff and I saw 2 more police squad cars arrive. I then saw that they were all taken out of the house. I asked if I could share the story with friends and the officer said it wouldn't be an issue. Yay. So yeah, my cat is extremely stressed and he won't eat or drink, so any help to do with that would be appreciated. Thank you for reading. Man, sorry to hear about the poor little kitty cat, but I'm happy to hear that that entitled parent is probably off to jail. Hopefully the cat ends up healing quickly and we have a nice end to this story. I hope these stories amused you. Thanks everyone for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you all in the next one. Peace.